Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWPWW. This is episode 43, and I'm coming to you from my quarantine zone. Got a little touch of something, strep throat or something. I don't know what it is, but as you could probably tell, I'm not 100%. So we're doing this over Facebook video chat, and I'm just chilling at home in my pajamas. Yeah, Jeremy's cozy over at his home too, but he feels better than me, so that's good. But
In my
anyways,
air-conditioned house, it's quite warm outside today.
yeah, it is. It is. We got like a week or something here in Illinois. It was like a cold snap, over like the past week, and then like yesterday it was like 80, and then today it's hot too. So
Yep.
that's
And
Illinois.
it's supposed to have some thunderstorms and stuff today too. So yeah,
that sounds like a spring in Illinois.
that's right.
Can't decide if it's winter or the summer. Oh, well, had a pretty good 2 days of wrestling, I thought, and get to that in a minute, but I'm going to turn it over to the news desk. Jeremy, you got some pieces of news in the world of wrestling, so why don't you take it away?
I do. News. So we got some breaking news this week. Braun Strowman is going to be out with an elbow injury. He'll be out 4 to 8 weeks. They have already replaced him. They don't know with who yet for the upcoming pay-per-view that I can't remember which one it is. Is it Great Balls of Fire?
Extreme Rules.
Great Balls of Fire, I believe, is next.
Extreme
so
Rules
Braun
is
is out of that match. They're possibly going to replace him with Finn Balor, but I really don't want Finn Balor to be injured personally. With Brock Lesnar as his opponent, I wish they would take the title off Brock as soon as possible, but I don't think they're going to do that.
Mm.
So anyway, we have Braun on the injured list for about 4 to 8 weeks. Well, guess what? There are more injuries. Emma has hurt her shoulder in a bad landing for taking the move that Sasha Banks does. She does that whole turnbuckle, gets him on the turnbuckle, and then drops her knees on her. She landed awkwardly. We don't necessarily know yet what the injury is, but she does have a shoulder injury. Ember Moon also has a shoulder injury, and she will be out for the next NXT. So that's a sad turn. So it looks like the injury bug has got WWE right now. That's another piece of news that I thought was pretty interesting. Listen to the podcast that Chris Jericho does, the Talk is Jericho with Batista.
Yeah, I haven't listened to that one yet.
It's that Batista has said that he has contacted Triple H in events for a couple times and is considering and wanting to come back, but only in a program with Triple H. Drax himself said he has reached out about several times to Vince and Tripp to talk about the retirement angle. So far, Vince and Tripp have not been keen on the idea, yet with Blutista's newly found Hollywood status, there might be a time and place in the near future for a final run for the animal. We'll just have to wait and see. Caleb, what do you think about a Batista coming back and doing a program with Trips?
I'd be cool with it. I was always a really big fan of Batista and still am, and they had a really, really great rivalry or great program back in 2005, and it was pretty awesome. So it'd be kind of cool to revisit that and see what they could do, and see what ideas they could come up with about revisiting it and stuff like that. That'd be really interesting to see.
I never got to see Batista wrestle very much, so I'd be interested in seeing a final run for him. It'd be kind of fun to see. So there's that. Final bit of news. You had brought up before we went on air that Jim Ross and Nigel McGuinness are going to call WWE UK TV show. Well, that UK TV show has been taken already, and so I don't know exactly when the date is, but we are looking forward to that coming to our WWE. And not only that, we have the women's tournament coming along. Apparently, it's not coming along too swimmingly, but they are going to meet their dates that they promised. So I look forward to those two events. Caleb, what about you?
Yeah, not much else I can add to that. Yeah, that sounds. I hope that the women's championship is awesome. The tournament, that they're having this summer sounds pretty cool. And yeah, I think the UK show would be really interested to check that out because the UK tourney was so awesome.
Right on. All right. That is all the news I have today. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. And now we move on to Monday Night Raw. Jeremy, this week's Monday Night Raw, what did you like, what didn't you like, what worked, what were your overall thoughts on it?
I thought a lot of it was the same old stuff. I didn't, to be honest, Raw and SmackDown I thought were both pretty below average for me this week. I did like the bits where, sorry, I did like the Roman coming out and beating Strowman to put him off TV for a while. I thought that was well done. I didn't really care. Like I said, there wasn't much on here except for Alexa Bliss. I think the stuff that Alexa did was really good. Alexa and Nia are actually really, really close friends in real life, and so I think they play well off each other, and so I really enjoyed those two in the locker room. The fact that Nia wants to protect Alexa so that she could have a title shot later on down the road. I thought that was pretty clever, pretty nice. I enjoyed the match was pretty good. Everything else, to be honest with you, I could care less. I'm looking. The tag team turmoil. Actually, I take it back. The tag team turmoil was really good. I thought they did a good job. They did a better job on Raw than they did SmackDown with the tag team turmoil, having Sheamus and Cesaro last the whole time. But it's also telegraphed in that way. And so for me, I mean, they were all decent matches, but it was very, very telegraphed. But I am looking forward to to Cesaro and Sheamus and Cesaro, and the match with the Hardys. But everything else, to be honest with you, it fell flat. Caleb, what did you think about Raw?
Well, I think I enjoyed it a little more than you, because I got to see the full 3-hour version of it. So, I don't know if that had something to do with it or what, but or if I'm just much easier to entertain than you are. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't that great, but the highlights for me were Dean Ambrose and Miz. They did a great job this week, I thought, as that they were the co-acting general managers and stuff like that. I thought they both did a great job, and I actually really enjoyed the match that Dean had with Bray Wyatt to end the show. I really enjoyed that. I agree the tag team turmoil match was really, really good. I enjoyed that a lot. And then, yeah, all the stuff with Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax was awesome. All the stuff they've been posting up on Twitter has been really funny. All of them hanging out and, and stuff like that. That's been really funny. And so it's cool that they're kind of bringing that to TV too. And So it's pretty cool to see them have something fun to kind of do with them, and that is really cool. So I agree with you on that. They've been doing a good job with that. And then yeah, I thought Sheamus and Cesaro, that was good that they won, continue this feud and whatnot, and all that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, there really wasn't much else. But I really actually did enjoy it a lot more. But yeah, I think one of the highlights was Roman coming out and just demolishing Braun Strowman with the chair. That was pretty awesome. That was you know that was total like John Wick. Just no talking, just killing basically.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But so yeah, that's what I liked about it. That's what I thought really worked. Was all that stuff. I enjoyed it a little more than you did, but yeah, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't that great, but there was stuff to enjoy on it though. All right, so anything else you had to add to Monday Night Raw, or anything else you wanted
Yeah,
to?
I actually forgot about the Bray and Dean match. I thought that match could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been better if it wasn't on Raw and if they weren't trying to do a storyline with the Miz and Dean. I would have liked to see this match actually played out. There were some really good spots. I think the camera was more focused on the Miz at times, but I feel like both shows were. I mean, it's evident that these guys aren't always prepared for these overseas shows. For my opinion, they're rough shows. There's not a whole lot of energy, so they kind of seem limited in some of their move sets and such. But other than that, I would agree with you too. Dean and Miz were really really well paired together. I thought that was really really funny. The whole when they were backstage and he's like, man, he's like, I really run a clean show. He's like, you haven't showered in a week, Miz says. And then he's like, I have a shower in my office. And Miz is like, you have an office? And the guy next to him shaking his head like, yeah. that was really funny. And so there were funny parts. I just felt like it was a very below par show, and I don't know why I think that. It just was for me. But that's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nothing spectacular, but there was some stuff to like about it. So overall, what would you give it on the scale of 1 to 5 Broken Skull IPAs?
For me, I give it a 2.5. I was gonna give it a 2, but I forgot about the tag team turmoil, and I forgot about how good Dean and the Miz were together, and so for that I give it a 2.5.
Yeah, that's
What
what I
about
would
you?
give it as well. I would also give it a 2.5 for sure. That's what I was thinking. So just average, but the stuff that was good about it was entertaining. So um, nothing monumentally good, but nothing monumentally bad. So I guess there's that. Well, that was a quick one.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like today's episode's gonna be really quick.
Probably, and since I'm under the weather, I think that's for the best. Keep it short, not too long. But
Yeah.
anyways, so that was Monday Night Raw. It gets a 2.5 from the both of us.
All right. So Caleb, we
Hmm.
come to SmackDown Live. What were your thoughts? Your overall impressions? The things you enjoyed, the things you didn't. What were your thoughts?
I thought that it was better than Raw. I thought that I enjoyed it better than Raw, and it was like Raw, kind of. It was sort of below average, but I didn't think it was uh, as polarizing. It wasn't as kind of like, man, it's just so meh kind of thing. It was uh, there's a lot to enjoy, and I enjoyed it. All this stuff with um, Orton and Jinder, and then Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, and then with Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. All that stuff was great, and then we got a 6-man tag in the main event and stuff like that, which save that for last to talk about if we want. But yeah, all that stuff and stuff, and then the backstage segment with him, I thought was pretty funny. How Sami Zayn was doing his whole, you know, frantic, neurotic Allen thing again, and just Randy Orton just staring like Clint Eastwood, just like just really, what's going on with this guy? Instead, AJ Styles is just kind of like, yeah, kind of thing, and then when the camera pans in on him, and then it pans out back out, they're gone. Like that was funny. Yeah, I just love how he kept, you're Randy Orton, the Viper, you're heavy artillery, and what do Vipers do? They strike first, they strike fast, they they strike, yeah, that was great. So that was good, and I'm drawing a blank right now, but on the other stuff, but and I'll turn it over to you and stuff. I'm kind of drawing a blank, lost my train of thought, so I'll just have you take it from here.
Sure. Yeah, I think the backstage stuff was really, really good. The backstage stuff with Sammy and Randy and AJ was really, really well done. I think that the rest of it was just meh. I don't know why I think that. The women's match was garbage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was just a filler thing. The whole, Becky trying to get Charlotte and Naomi on the same page. Okay, fine, but Charlotte is coming out of a heel persona. She doesn't care about anybody but herself, and so we got to figure out that. We'll see what happens with that. The fashion files thing was still a hit. Fashion faux pas holding up the British Bulldog thing with the pointing to their dog. I wasn't what her name was.
Me neither.
I can't remember. But they're in the foggy apple. I love the every town apple. That's really, really hilarious. That whole bit was really funny. The Ascension in a closet. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
They're like sitting in there like hyping each other up or something like.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was so goofy.
And then a random Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan match out of nowhere.
Which I actually enjoyed.
They're still doing at it. But in the middle of that was the Fire Bradshaw chant.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened.
Yeah.
The whole Dolph Ziggler thing, I'm tired of this gimmick. He is no good with this gimmick. He needs to change something, and he needs to figure something out. I'm waiting. I'm ready for Nakamura to knock him out. I don't hate Dolph. I just don't like this gimmick.
Yeah, this gimmick is kind of forced, and he's doing what he can with it.
The tag match happened. It was boring and stupid. It was stupid. The Usos were just so dumb. I'm tired of this. Their gimmick when they come out and like, oh, they've got one thing. 12 days. We're gonna scratch each other back. I mean, it just annoyed the snot out of me. Mojo with kids? No. Rusev, can't wait to see him next week. That was a shining spot. Mm-hmm. The match was not bad. The end. I mean, these guys know how to do the ending really, really well. When they do all their bits together and they knock each other out and stuff. So I really enjoy that, but I think it's getting a tad. But I don't care. I mean, I still enjoy the ending things. Other than that, SmackDown. It just wasn't a good week for them. I mean, next week they've got to prove themselves. This is their go-home show, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. I think that'll be good. And I think the gimmick the gimmick they have for Dolph is forced, and he's doing what he can with it, but it's just something that he's not good at. He's good at being the Shawn Michaels type of guy, and so yeah, but I think it's a good starting feud for Shinsuke and all that, but
yeah, I agree.
But I do agree with you. It is kind of getting old and needing it. The Usos, they've kind of quickly ruined their heel gimmick, which started out okay, and then they just kind of they've been missing the bullseye for whatever reason. That was very annoying.
Yeah.
But fully this of the fashion piece as the champions.
They deserve it, man.
They deserve
I really
one.
enjoy them.
They deserve one. And but yeah, for me though, it was that kind of was put on the back burner, put in the back of my mind after the main event, which I really, really, really enjoyed. The main event 6-man tag. What did you think of it?
I thought overall it was fine. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought it was serviceable for what they needed.
I really, really liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. Very, very action-packed, very fast-paced, not boring. And everybody kind of got a signature shot in and stuff like that, which was cool. And it kind of helps add fuel to the fire of all their feuds and stuff like that. And so I really, really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Definitely for me made the show more enjoyable and kind of had a good ending because you need something to close out good.
I would agree with that.
And so if the match either wasn't good or they had that match earlier, then this probably would be getting a downvote from me. But because of the Fashion Files, which was hilarious, I loved the Constable and Sherlock Holmes outfits and stuff like that. And then with the main event tag match, made it a lot better for me. So that's what I think. So
we'll have 5 Stone Cold IPAs.
I think I would give this. I think it was slightly better than Raw, so I'm gonna round up and give it a 3. I guess just because I thought it was better than Raw, but still nothing spectacular. So I'm gonna round up and give it a 3.
Yeah, I felt like they were on the same par, so I'm gonna give it 2.5. Before thinking about it, I was gonna, but yeah, 2.5.
All right, cool. Well, that was probably our quickest episode ever. for sure. I'd be surprised if this even cracked 30 minutes. Maybe even 20. Who knows? But
Yeah.
It probably cracks 20, but
Yeah.
I don't think it'll go past 30.
Not a whole lot. Not a lot going on.
No, I mean next week we'll have the go home show. We'll have the recaps and we'll have a pay-per-view prediction to do, which is crazy to think. So we have Backlash coming up, so that'll be fun. Well, anything else to bring up or talk about before we call this one good?
I've got nothing.
Yeah, well, nothing comes to my mind either. So I guess we could just call that one good. Put it in the books.
All right, you need to get your rest.
I do. I am completely miserable. Although I do feel like I'm getting a little better, so that's not bad. I don't feel like I have a fever anymore, so
that's good.
My body just aches all
That's
the time, good. And my throat is still sore, but I don't have a fever anymore. So thank God for small miracles, right? Well,
that's right.
Well, folks, we will see you next week. Hopefully, I will be in better health. This is Caleb.
This is Jeremy.
Signing off.
Peace.